All right, check it out. We got ourselves some fake grass and a couple of fold-up chairs and a fold-up table, actually, which is pretty neat. So the whole little table set will fold up. And then we got a big 5x5 shade sail is what it is. We're going to set that up in our large ruin. If you're familiar with our channel, we have a larger ruin that we cleaned out. But first we got to clean up all these weeds so we can make a nice level area for the artificial grass to lay down. Okay, we got most of the weeds, the larger weeds that were along the wall cleaned up. There's a few little stragglers here and there. But the plan is to put the artificial grass down against that wall there. So the, what was it? It's 2 meters by 5 meters. So it's going to be, what are we looking at? 15 feet roughly by 6 feet? A little over 6 feet? Roughly. Don't quote us on that. So it should come out pretty nice. And then we're going to put that shade sail up there. We've got the area cleaned up over time. If you're new to our channel, this was just completely piled with rubble. 2 stories of building had collapsed in here. So we cleaned that all up and put a nice cap on top of that wall so it wouldn't erode. We rendered this wall and put a cap up there, and I've just kind of been working at it slowly. This is kind of like a temporary thing for us to have a nice little area out here to just kind of relax. It's so nice and quiet out here in this little town we live in that we figured we'd take advantage of this little ruin that we have and make a nice rest area. Well, this ground was freaking rock hard in some spots, but I think we got a pretty good level area. So we're going to just put the artificial grass down right on the dirt. This isn't supposed to be not anything but like a temporary thing for us to just kind of chill, and maybe after a month or so we'll roll it back up and stash it. But otherwise I think some people recommend putting sand maybe for drainage and to help the bottom of it not wear out, rubbing on rocks and rough parts of the soil. And then they also recommend putting down like a weed blocker, but we're not going to do any of that. All right, here's our little lot. We got our 2 by 5 meter roll of grass, which we determined is a little over 6 feet and a little over 15 feet is what we were guessing. Then here's just a little foldable table and some foldable chairs, which will be nice because we plan on getting a shed so we can just fold those up and stash them. And then this is a 5 by 5 meter shade sail, which is a little over 15 feet by 15 feet. So that'll come out quite a bit. That'll probably come out to, maybe where I'm standing now, and then that 6 foot of grass will be there with the tables. But we're going to put the grass and the chairs down now and then do the shade sail later because it's getting a little warm. So we'll do that in the evening or early first thing tomorrow. As you can see, pretty simple. It was pretty quick and easy. I think in the end it cost us like a little over 100, slightly under $200 once I do the conversion. In euro. Oh, good. But we're going to work on the shade sail later. We wanted to reincorporate this chunk of oak and these bricks because this has actually been our rest bench since we started cleaning out this ruin. So we gotta hang on to that bad boy. But it'll be a nice little area just to chill and read and hang out in the nice beautiful days out here once we get that sail up. All right, we came out and got at it this morning, so we didn't get much video, but basically what we did was we just drilled these anchors into the cement, and we did pretty good. One of them split kind of good, but this one held pretty good. This one held pretty good. I was trying to put them in spots where I tapped and it sounded real heavy and not real hollow. So I did that one on that wall and that one on that wall, and neither of those split. This one split a little up at the top. I'm hoping that the bottom is pretty secured. Otherwise, that's just going to pop out and I'll have to repair it later. Same on this side. Bottom one's pretty good, side ones are pretty good, but the top started to lift up. This corner is much longer length of rope for the guy line because this wall and this wall are pretty square, but then this one actually comes off at quite a slant like this. So we had to make up for the difference in the angle with a much longer piece so that we could get this to pull taut and square. But in the end, it came out pretty good. It's hard to tell right now because it's a cloudy day, but it's actually casting some really decent shade. So I'm excited about that because I was concerned how much light it was going to actually block. Rachel's got her little plants moved over, and I think our only concern is how much of this dirt's going to kick up mud onto here when it rains. And this wall used to have adobe at the top. So as the adobe eroded, it kind of coated the wall. And as it rains, sometimes it'll be like a mud waterfall. So we'll see after a couple heavy showers. But that was the project. Thanks for checking out our quick project. Stay safe and stay sane out there.